We've got a serious case of Super Smash Fever here because we're doing it again. This time, it's a TV show.
And I'm more excited for the TV show.
I'm more excited for this TV show.
Oh, my.
Because we've barely scratched the tip of the surface of the iceberg. So let's dive deep into all our favorite characters. We'll give them each an episode, and we'll be here for 35 years. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Screen to Screen. I'm Andrew, and this is Chris.
Hello there.
I could see this as we get a glimpse of the Mushroom Kingdom. We get Hyrule. We get these little worlds that are already in existence. Mm-hmm. And then there's like this weird flashing thing in the horizon. These worlds are merging. You know, something like that, where now these characters come in to interact with each other. Maybe Mario meets Sonic.
Okay.
You know that kind of stuff, and it sort of starts the ball rolling. And maybe that's the first episode is the last thing is Mario meets Sonic, or you know, we could save that for later. Maybe he meets Link or something like that. Or,
yeah.
You know, we'll build up to that.
When I was going into this, I was thinking it's already established that they're all in a wacky merged worlds universe because it's what's going on.
Sure.
And they just go on wacky adventures, and the villains have a secret plot in the background. But that doesn't necessarily mean we can't do some of those things with your setup. And yours allows a lot more.
We could do a lot of those.
Oh yeah,
like unlikely pairings.
Unlikely pairings. I like the idea of like some villains are very conniving. Like Bowser, I always get the impression he's kind of a straightforward villain. I don't think
he's like a mob boss.
Yeah, he's not clever enough to trick people in a great way. He's just a big strong leader.
Yeah.
But Ganondorf works through deception a lot.
Yeah.
So you could definitely have situations where Ganondorf he arrives before Link, and he gets strong heroes, heroic good characters. So there's this green man, right?
Yeah.
He's coming. He's gonna fuck everything. We gotta stop this guy. I like the idea of the villains trying to do nefarious things, and we could hype it up as if it is a villain team up that is the big situation.
Yeah.
And then it turns out those villains are nothing compared to the actual problem, which is a giant disembodied wacky hand.
What if Ganondorf summons the hands?
He doesn't realize what he's getting himself into.
Yeah, he wants this absolute power and he uses he uses this magic to open portals into other worlds. He wants to summon the ultimate fighter
to give us a seasonal arc. Okay. So let's pretend this is going to be.
Is this going to conclude at the end of the season?
I think we'll have a conclusion that's a satisfying seasonal conclusion, but it doesn't preclude additional seasons.
Okay. Yes. Always a good idea.
Always a good idea. So I like the idea. We'll open. First episode is it's Mario in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing. He finds a weird pipe, and that pipe doesn't go to where he thinks it's going to go. It plops him into this weird middle place.
Ooh.
And he could see the Mushroom Kingdom. We could see these other weird worlds.
Yeah.
And portals are open.
Like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
He's not sure what to do with it. And the first episode is just characters showing up, but not all the characters, You get Mario, you might get a villain who's trying to do something like Ganondorf. Ganondorf shows up, tries to turn Mario against some other heroes. And as the show progresses, you have episodes where it's the Splatoon kids and they're going off to find something. And Ganondorf, is clearly trying to play something out in the background. He knows something we don't.
Yeah.
He wants to summon a thing. And he's thinking, this will get me the Triforce, finally.
Oh, and I think it would be a good idea. He has to collect a bunch of stuff from all the different worlds.
Yes.
I think that's pretty obvious.
The summoning requires, a one-up shroom.
Yeah, one-up shroom, a power pill from Pac-Man.
A power pill.
An E-tank from Mega Man.
A super mushroom, not super mushroom, a fucking tomato.
All the power, the maximum tomato.
Maximum tomato.
He needs all of the power-ups to fuel the magic crystals or something. He needs all of these powerful things.
There's a weird hidden altar in the crossroads, we'll call it.
Yeah.
It could be Final Destination in the game. It's this weird floating island, and in the background of the newer game, you can kind of see other worlds from video games in the background.
I think that's a good idea. Put in there.
The Final Destination could literally be that place. And Ganondorf knows if he does a thing, he could summon a powerful entity. But it'll turn out it's not their friend. It's not his friend.
Right.
It's not under his control.
Control it.
which is how we could get a nice team up between villains and heroes.
yeah, I like that. That's always fun.
Like, we're only 7 minutes in, and we already have a pretty good grasp of the arc.
Well, we better because, geez, we have a lot of episodes to kind of toy with.
Ooh, but I like this seasonal arc. I like the idea of Ganondorf being this conniving villain. He'll recruit Bowser as the muscle.
Right.
Like he could get friggin' King DDD and King K. Rool just as interference players in the villain system.
And I think bring back Wario again for his sort of little the minion who could sort of get in and sneak into places because he's got he's such a
he's such a thief.
Yeah.
But of course we get fun things like Wario. He has no alliance to anyone but Wario.
Yes. He will play both sides.
Yes, as long as he's getting gold, that's all he cares about. Wario's whole shtick is he wants money.
I love that. He is unloyal. I think that's very good.
He's loyal to the almighty dollar and nothing else.
Yeah.
So we have our foundation. We have episode 1. They show up. Episode 12, if this is a 12-episode season.
Sure.
Just to choose an arbitrary number. Episode 12 is the big team-up episode where the villains realize they can't defeat this hand without the heroes.
Right.
And in the middle is all that fun episodic stuff. I imagine the big reveal for they need the team up will probably happen 11 it's summoned and they lose, and 12 is the team up.
Yeah.
And that gives us a good 10 episodes of just fun setup for that, but also Easter eggs, just fun adventures.
I just see every all these little groups come together, these unlikely pairings, and they each have some sort of maybe one group knows that they have to get the relics before Ganondorf does. Maybe one group is well, I don't know where I am. Let's get to that big tower over there. There's just they all have their little stories,
and we could do them based on their personalities. If Link shows up, Link doesn't exist without a quest. Link's whole thing is he's always doing something.
Yeah.
So Link immediately is going to be all right, Ganondorf is here. We got to figure out what Ganondorf's doing. So he's on the trail. But meanwhile, Isabelle is in the game now. Isabelle is the assistant to the mayor.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the villager.
Oh, she'd be so good.
She would be so good, and even better, Princess Peach is a competent ruler who is a very silly person often in the games. The kingdom's under threat, but first, I really want to redecorate this room. She could hire Isabelle to help redecorate, and the villagers just begrudgingly putting giant dressers in his pocket.
I would see something Isabelle would be pretty fun. Is for example, if she's paired with Link, and Link makes her his squire, and she's okay, got to reset, okay, and I got it. All right, she's
so
I got to recalibrate this a little bit. I think I can do that.
All right, I understand. I love it. I really like the idea of episodes built around their personalities, not necessarily their goals or who they are as characters. Just the more aloof ones are just off doing fun things, the friggin' Squid Kids from Splatoon.
Yeah,
could just be following Kirby around, and just coloring stuff. This is fun.
Yeah. I like it. Those guys are fun.
Okay. I like that.
We get is it Ryu from Street Fighter? Is he the one who's in there, or
Ken's in there now too?
Okay.
So we could have their rivalry, going through all these different games.
And they're proper fighters too.
Yes.
This could be when the actual fighting starts happening. That could be they could sort of oh, we got this.
I kind of like the idea of Ryu and Ken because they have their own Little Mac. Yeah. Instead of them having their own episode, they're just in the background of a bunch of episodes, going at it.
Yeah.
Shoot it! It's didn't we see them?
That could be a fun we did with Waluigi in the last episode.
Yeah, just a fun background story.
We keep seeing it's the episode of Community where Abed delivers a baby, and the first time I saw it, I did not notice that at all.
Right, it's just in the background the whole time.
But they could be like that. They could have their own little movie in the background the whole time. You see them pick a fight at a bar or something, and then they're punching each other. That could be fun.
Just throughout all these different worlds.
Yeah, and I think Little Mac could get into the mix there too.
Yes. At first, Little Mac is just kind of training and getting ready.
Yeah,
and he sees them.
Yeah.
You see him following and watching and just picking a fight with the winner. Just what is going on back there?
That's good. Do we want to do any sort of, I don't know, this might be a little on the nose, but do we want to do like a princess meets princess sort of thing?
That could be fun.
I feel like we should address that moment, because that's always kind of like a fun thing.
Yes. Especially because, like, Princess Peach and Princess Zelda are wildly different.
Yeah. It's like, oh, good, you're a princess. It's like, hi!
You understand the rigors, the sacrifices. Let me tell you what I did recently. So I was essentially imprisoned in a bubble of light for 100 years while the hero was sleeping. So everyone I knew and loved died of old age while I suffered eternally. And Princess Peach I get kidnapped. And while I'm kidnapped, I basically just bake for like a week, and then eventually Mario shows up and I go home. Oh.
Okay. So who's ruling this kingdom?
How's this work?
And then Toad's like, it's me.
Hi! What do you do? I do everything.
I do everything.
There's not just one of me. Like, let me be serious. So who rules your kingdom? And then she like literally takes Toad out of her pocket because that's her move in the game.
Yeah, right.
You keep him in your pocket? Oh yeah. No, if he gets hit, he burps a bunch of spores up, and that keeps me safe. You're a monster.
Is both Zelda and Sheik in the game, or is that like a move? Does she turn into like?
So originally it was a move, but now they're selectable characters.
So is there something we could do with that? Is Sheik from another Hyrule, maybe? Like multiple Hyrules happen?
I mean, they could be, because technically there are different people.
I mean, that is like that could be its own like Zelda movie, but that could be kind of like a cool like maybe that's like a reveal, like she meets Sheik, like, wait, who are you?
So I think a good way to do it would be we'd never have them on the same episode or screen.
Oh,
so like you're watching and you're like, all right, so that's Princess Zelda as Sheik. So a fun thing we could do is, the reveals at the end where everyone that's been watching for friggin' like 10 episodes is like, I like that they're doing the Sheik Zelda thing. That's great. Like, that's a nice Easter egg. And then they meet each other.
Yeah, and he was like, what? They're two different characters? And then it's revealed there's another Hyrule.
Yeah, it's like, because there's already going to be young Link.
There's Toon Link?
Yeah, there's Toon Link and then adult Link.
Maybe they go out to the sea and like Toon Link's there.
He's just on a boat. So the princess meets princess thing happens, and like Peach is, so you want to come with me? You want to go? I just found this little dog lady. I think we're gonna have fun. And Princess Zelda's just like, no, I think I'm gonna go do something else. And Princess Zelda hooks up with a bunch of the Fire Emblem people. Like these are warriors. They're magic casters. They're like questy people.
Yeah.
So I imagine like they're gonna hook up with. I was gonna say Link, but at this point I think I want to do something a little bit different.
Yeah, split them off. I think they start together. Let's split them off.
Yeah.
Into groups based on their abilities.
Like I like the idea of Princess Zelda like putting on a bandana and tearing off the skirt at the knee and going off and like getting dirty with these fighter people.
Yeah.
And then when the viewers are seeing like Sheik with other groups, because Sheik could be hanging out with Zelda if we want, but we get, not Zelda, with Link or Peach, or like we'll figure out Sheik later.
Yeah.
It'll be fun because they're like, ooh, she's so badass. She's doing two different like badass things, but in reality, it's two people doing two unrelated badass things. But I love the idea of like Princess Zelda just getting down and dirty and casting magic and just doing some great adventures with the Fire Emblem crew. You don't even need to do the whole Fire Emblem crew. It could just be pick two of your favorite Fire Emblem people, and that's who she'll be off on adventures with. Because I like the idea of her being like a hands-on fighter princess.
Also, I just got thinking, like, it's sort of like the flip side coin of that. I think it'd be kind of fun. Is like we get Peach and she's like all vapid and stuff, and then like there's just like this point where they come to like this. Like, I don't know, some impenetrable force, and she's just like very nice to them and like gives them like cupcakes. It's like you guys are all right. Yeah, you can come through.
All right, that's good with us.
And everyone's just like, oh, Peach, you really like? I'm a princess. Of course I know.
Diplomacy.
Yeah. Like, don't you know anything about diplomacy? Like, that's the thing. Like, her secret is that she's super good at diplomacy.
Like, she's actually a very good ruler.
Yeah.
We have like a moment where someone's like, but I thought you were just a vapid. Like, no, what?
I'm just very cheery.
I look at the bright side.
Dr. Mario would be a fun, like, one episode, like a medical drama.
Oh my god. The Mario universe, the Donkey Kong universe, the Zelda universe, the fucking Metroid universe, the Kirby universe.
But the thing is, like, you said the Mario universe, but there's also, like, there's a Yoshi universe.
That's true. Yoshi has their own, like thing.
There's, like, a whole bunch of, like Donkey Kong is an offshoot of Mario.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of these.
I'm gonna scroll down because the farther down we go, the
Mega
wacky
Man. I mean...
Oh, Mega Man's its own thing.
Refit Trainer. I feel like there's not much...
Some
of
these
her world?
Yeah, some of them are just gonna be jokes.
Yeah. Like, they can't all have...
extensive universes, yeah. Oh boy.
Bayonetta.
Oh my god, I forgot the Castlevania's in here now. That brings a literal death we could use if we wanted to. Oh my
Cloud.
god.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Final Fantasy.
Oh my
7
god.
specifically, but Final Fantasy is a concept alone.
That's the only one I know. Duck Hunt.
Oh god.
That could be so good. Where like they're in the weeds, like the tall grass, and it's like signs, and they hear like what's that? and then they're shooting into the dark. It's like what was that? And it's just a good boy.
It's just a very good boy.
It's just a very good boy, and he could just he could just be a dog that just joins them.
So we have the bones of the plot. We could probably talk about a few of the like important beats that would happen throughout the episodes that are like.
It's sort of like a Thanos kind of story. I feel
little bit.
like. Yeah. I think Ganondorf is sort of the driving force of the story, like the ticking clock. Oh, Daisy's in here too.
Yes, Daisy's in here, which would be funny. Just like, who am I?
I'm almost wondering if we give all of our Peach jokes to Daisy, and then give Peach some other person. I don't know. Like, I just like, because Daisy seems like the most vapid of characters.
She is, because the only line people know from Daisy is, "Hi, I'm Daisy! Daisy! Daisy could have a big reveal where she actually remembers the events of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh yeah, she's that Daisy.
She's that Daisy.
Yeah.
Did you ever wonder what happened to me?
She's also she in her universe is not the Mushroom Kingdom. She is from Daisy.
Oh,
that's the big
surprise crossover.
Like, oh no, I'm from Daisy.
You know that game?
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
I've seen some shit.
You're gonna see some serious shit. One episode I would love to do, and this might be like where we could have some of those hints that Wario plays by his own rules and he's not really working with the villains. Is I want a food episode. I want Kirby. I want Wario. I want like the most greedy Yoshi.
Yoshi's an eater.
We got Pac-Man.
Pac-Man, yeah.
And like they're just on a
Piranha Plant's a big mouth.
Oh yeah, we can definitely do Piranha Plant in there. And it's just like it's a pub crawl. It's a crust crawl.
Yes.
It's take your like we're going to eat in every worlds.
Yes.
And their plot, and it could be happening in the background of other stories if we want. It could be another like fighters in the background situation.
One thing I like when like serialized shows, I like it when they do a thing where the A plot is a one-off story that's just kind of fun. The B plot is the thread throughout every episode.
That is my big favorite thing from TV.
Yeah, I love that. So we should do that where I kind of weirdly enough I see this as an hour-long show. Yeah, like not as a half-hour show.
I would happily watch an hour of it
because it feels like Westworld to me. It feels
it
like
does.
It's
it feels
big
a little bit Westworld
world, and it's like I want the A plot to be like that pub crawl with all the food characters, but in the background we have the Ganondorf plot still going, and then we have like a few of the other heroes sort of tracking them down or something. But yeah, the main focus of that one episode is this big food thing. I think that's very fun.
I would love like they just go from world to world.
Yeah.
Eating the food, bumping into other characters who are trying to do their own thing. We could have like, if we're going hour long, like you could have like a plot from the episode before carry over, and like the new plot bumps into it, so you see like what's happened since then.
Right. Oh, I can see like they go out and like all the restaurants are closed. Like, what do we do now? It's like now we duck hunt.
Yeah. Oh, there's more to eat. We could have Olimar from Pikmin. He doesn't understand that Pokemon are not just things he could control.
Yeah.
Pikachu throws Pikachu across the room. Pika!
Here's a fun idea. I don't know what to do with this, but the only character who exists in the real world is Rob. Can he be some sort of harbinger? Some sort of like he comes in. He maybe he's he's there to warn them or something.
Like he could show up later on in the show. Like
yeah, like I'm trying to think of like how, because all these other characters exist only in a fictional digital world where Rob is a real life robot.
Rob's there the whole time. When they arrive, they have this rusted out robot that's not working, which is Rob. And we can have like some of the smarter from worlds with technology, like Mega Man and friggin' like Snake
and Samus,
like they could make it their thing as they're trying to put this back together because they know it's important. Like when they first show up, like the robot could like, there is a prophecy.
I'd love to see a Samus Mega Man team up, because like
Power Blaster arm.
Yeah, people. I think that'd be really fun.
There's so many. Like
so
I keep
many stories to tell.
My brain's like, let's talk about Sonic, and then my eyes look over.
Oh God, there's Sonic.
Right?
So much Sonic, and oh my God,
I feel
Pokemon
like
and Sonic. We haven't really touched on Pokemon or Sonic.
Sonic should want to try and best Mario at every turn, but not know why. And Mario definitely shouldn't know why.
Yeah. It's like, I feel compelled to best you.
We need to know who's best. Why?
Is there another fast character on the roster here?
Let's take a peek here. Oh, okay, Captain Falcon.
Okay, yeah.
Captain Falcon's a speedster.
I think the speedster should team up a little bit. That'd be kind of fun.
Maybe the speedsters could just be like very competitive.
Yeah. Where Sonic keeps trying to pick a rivalry with Mario, but it turns out Captain Falcon is like, I'll take your challenge.
Like, so I always did fucking Sonic as Mario voice. All right, let's go, Mario. First one to reach that mountain wins. Let's ready? Here we go. 1, 2. Why aren't you running, Mario? What the fuck are you talking about?
I see this as like Mario's like having a conversation. So I'm like, all right, to the first to the top of that mountain. Like, okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, anyway, what I was saying, like Mario just lets him like he's like a dog throwing a you're throwing a stick. You're not letting go of the stick. It's like, go fetch. Okay, anyway, what was I saying?
You cut back, like, after Mario's scene's over, you cut back to Sonic. It's like, you're never gonna beat me! Looks to the left where he thinks Mario's gonna be, and it's Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah!
I could just see, like, it'd be very funny to, like the first one to that mountain, and then, like, you forget about Sonic, and then the end of the episode, Sonic gets to the top of the mountain, it's like, yeah! You suck, Mario! You're all the way back there! And then he just hangs out there, like, I'm cold.
I don't understand. Like, Sonic, that's his whole thing. Just wants to beat Mario. Captain Falcon, his whole thing is he just wants to, like, be in races.
Yeah.
Especially, like, they haven't had a proper F-Zero game for quite some time, so that'll really be a nice little Easter egg. It's like, I feel like I haven't raced in years! Come on!
Can there be some sort of Falco sort of, like, hey, Falco, what?
Yeah, it's just during the big climax, like, all right, when I give the word, Falco, did you say my name? No, I said Falcon. I mean, God damn it! Oh my God, there's too many things.
There's so much.
Because we still have things like friggin' Bayonetta is in the game. We have Simon from friggin' Castlevania. The Earthbound crew can have their own goddamn adventures too. There's just so many adventures.
There's so many adventures to be had. So many stories to tell. Okay, we're gonna have to stop it right there because we have too many ideas that we've overflowed into multiple episodes.
You have no idea. There's just so much I want to talk about with this. There's so many stories.
So much ahead, so much fun, and next week we're gonna have even more fun with this wonderful TV show. If you have any other ideas for any other movies or shows you want to see, put them in the comments, and we'll see you next time here on Screen to Screen.